Hey guys, so it has been oh wait, I'm supposed to do a special intro. Hey guys, or hey mini totems, how's it going? Fleshtotem here. Solar Power also says hi. I talk with him a lot in my other videos. He's a pale nerd just like myself, so you guys would love him. So patch 7.2 was officially announced, and it is March 28th. This coming Tuesday, Wednesday, if you are in Europe. So that's only like 4 or 5 days away, whatever it is. I can't even count. I'm too excited. So in this video, I'm just going to be doing pretty much just a content overview, a basic overview of all you can expect in the new patch. So for the last time right now, I am logged on the PTR, and I'm just going to go over everything you can expect in this patch. To start it off, Tumor Sargeras is not available in this patch yet, so don't worry about that. That's probably going to be something like a 7.2.5, which is likely, 3 something months down the road, something like that. So you have a lot more time in Nighthold. So to start it off, first thing, just like I talked about in the other videos, I guess I'm not going to do it here, but it is your order hall stuff. Now again, like I mentioned in your last video, your followers can go up to 900 item level. So hope you've been saving those tokens. You can get them up there, and you'll have them ready for some of the new missions that are coming out, as well as the Tumor Sargeras raid mission, which obviously won't be available yet until Tumor Sargeras is released, but just keep in mind that we'll need a 900 item level on your followers. The other thing you want to do is make sure you have the order resources, because you have the order hall advancement guy, which will give you the choice of a new follower type, or allow you to equip one extra champion, so you can have 6 champions of your little follower dudes instead of 5 active at one time. And then the last one you can get is the chance to double your artifact power reward from world quests. So that's pretty important if you want to do that. The other thing you want to do in your order hall is make sure immediately you start your artifact knowledge. So right now there is 25 points in artifact knowledge on live, which is 24,900% increase, and that is at rank 25. At rank 26, so plus 1 artifact knowledge instantly jumps it up to 100,000, so it's just over 4 times. And just because I've been doing it on the PTR, you can see here, I have artifact knowledge 33 on the PTR, so that's like plus 8 or whatever from live, and it's 640,000% increase. Keep in mind, that's like, 25-ish times, 26 times what it currently is on live, so you definitely want to get this. It ramps up really fast. So again, talking about the artifact weapon, let's just segue right into that. We are getting new artifact traits again. Every spec will have new traits, and there's different missions that you can start just by unlocking the Broken Shore. So what you want to do once patch hits is straight up just start your artifact knowledge. That's like the first thing you want to do. And then you want to go ahead and you do want to do the Broken Shore scenario. There is an intro scenario to the Broken Shore. I think I did a video on it. It's a pretty shitty video, but it's a video nonetheless. Just takes, like 15 minutes. You do a scenario, you unlock it, and then you start in your base camp here, and you get all the quests to start on the Broken Shore. One of the quests will lead, like it's some kind of breadcrumb that leads you to Dalaran, and you'll be able to get a quest that allows you to unlock your additional traits here. So that's definitely something you want to get started, because once you get your first point in this, which if you're level 54 you will automatically get this plus 3 additional points in elemental destabilization. Once you get that, you're already going to be more powerful than you were prior to this patch. So that's a cool thing you can do with your artifact weapon. And there's also going to be a new appearance with your artifact weapon that's going to be a solo challenge. I'll get to that in just a little bit. So one of the other big increases that's going on here is the Mythic Dungeons baseline loot is now 865 plus. So that's for all the existing dungeons. There is also a new dungeon out, which I have a video on my channel, the Cathedral of Eternal Light. That's also going to have the same loot for this. And I believe there was a trinket that I wanted to show. Yep. So there is a trinket here, and this is available in Mythic Plus. So it's an int trinket with your damaging spells have a chance to increase your mastery, haste, or crit by 3,700 for 8 seconds. This could be a really good trinket, seeing as you could probably get a fairly high one if you run this dungeon on Mythic Plus. Now, again, I just want to say, I don't want to get into too many specifics about this, but this could be a great alternative or something for new alts, or something that could actually be very useful compared to like your metronome or even whispers. So another cool thing that's happening is Return to Karazhan. Karazhan is actually turning into a Mythic Plus dungeon this patch with two different levels. There's going to be the lower level, which will consist of Opera, Maiden, Atumen, and Moros. And then the upper level with Curator, Shaded Medivh, the Mana Devourer, and Doom the Watcher, whatever his name is. So there's two new Mythic Plus that you can do here. One of the big things that people are going to be looking for is the Drape of Shame. So you can get a fairly consistent high item level run by running lower Karazhan on Mythic Plus. Also, the effect was nerfed from 10 to 5%. It is important to note, however, that Nightbane will not be included in the Mythic Plus, and you cannot get Nightbane loot from these dungeons. So, with the increase in the base item level, I believe that could mean that doing higher item level stuff, like doing a 15, could reward higher baseline loot than the current 885 that is on live servers. So keep that in mind when you're doing Mythic Plus. We'll see what happens. I don't think there's an official word on from Blizzard's end, but if all the items are baseline being increased by 25 item level, that could potentially mean that instead of a 900 from your weekly cache from doing a 15, could be a 925. I don't know if this is accurate. I hope it is, because that'd be crazy. Also keep in mind that with Mythic Plus that the difficulty is going to be slightly increased as a whole, as well as the item level. So it won't just be the complete same difficulty. The difficulty of the dungeons will be going up a little bit. Also note that the heroic item level is now 845 instead of like 825 or 820, and the normal is starting off at 825. So this will help get your alts geared faster. So world quests. The world quests now give up to like 860 or 865 loot. It scales up that high instead of like 840 to 845. So it is once again easier to gear your alts. So one of the other new features coming in is the Legion Assaults. Every, once in a while, it might be a couple times a day or something, you will have these Legion Assaults that last about 3 hours or so in different zones. It'll give you the different world quests, and these world quests will give you different rewards, and there's a quest to complete like 5 or 6 of these, and then you go and start like a little 3-man scenario, and then you get a nice big reward at the end of that, something like an emissary cache or something just from doing it. Keep in mind that these do drop Nether Shards, which is a new currency for gear, and the base rewards of these is a little higher than normal world quest. So that's a cool new thing. Obviously, one of the huge things in this patch is Broken Shore. It's our new zone. So the basic overview of Broken Shore is just like another one of these type of... It's a mix between like Tanan, Timeless Isle slash Isle of Quel'Danos type thing, where you're able to build buildings, and each building gives you really nice perks and buffs that help you, give you different things and whatnot. So one of the main things that you want to do is do the world quest on the Broken Shore, because they will give you Legion Fall reputation, and this is a reputation you will need to unlock the Pathfinder Part 2 to get your flying. So you definitely want to be working on these. They will also give you, your normal rewards as well as Legion Fall war supplies, and it costs 100 war supplies to contribute towards a building. I believe you can do that as many times as you want. So if you want to go really hard, you can just do every world quest at all point in times whenever they reset, and just get as many war supplies as possible to advance the building construction. Another cool thing they have here is the Centenax. The ship will show up in various areas of the Broken Shore, and let's see if I can see it from here. I don't think I can. Pretty much the Centenax is one of the big flying ships, and when you're under it, there will be little guys that spawn that you can essentially kind of grind out, and it'll be a great place to grind Nether Shards, and you'll be able to loot these little tokens and stuff that'll let you spawn like the kind of mini bosses and stuff that'll give you other rewards. So that's a great place to go if you've done all your world quests and you're looking for something to do, something to get Nether Shards. Go under the Centenax, kill a bunch of shit there, just dumpster everything in sight, and you'll get a bunch of Nether Shards and other things that'll be useful for you. There's also rares and stuff like this Potion Master Gloop. They have little skulls on the map. They're up for about 30 minutes at a time, so it's definitely something you want to go do. And what they're going to do is just give you the normal stuff. There's going to be, different treasure, potential loot you can get, Nether Shards, order resources. You can potentially get artifact power from them. Yeah, so pretty much everything you'd want. I think you can get Legion Fall War supplies as well. So that's another one of the cool things you can do here. There's also other things here. There are shrines, like if you remember in Timeless Isle, like the Chi shrine, that would give you like 25% crit, haste, and mastery. So those shrines are back. I believe there is one that gives that same effect. There's like damage reduction one. There's a, total damage done one. It's essentially the same thing, which I always thought was really cool in Timeless Isle. You can really boost your character and feel really powerful. So there's a couple other things you can do around on the Broken Shore as well. Little things, I'm not going to talk about them too much here, but I do want to talk about the building construction. So there are 3 different buildings to choose from: Mage Tower, Command Center, and Nether Disruptor. So they'll start off with the Mage Tower. Perks for building the Mage Tower. Oh, and I want to say whenever you finish a building and you complete it, they last for about 3 days at a time until they're destroyed and you're going to have to rebuild it. But whenever you contribute war supplies, you get this little thing right here, a Legion Fall recompense, whatever, I can't speak English. It's just like, it's almost like a little mini emissary cache. So the more you do, the more rewards you do get in the end. So the Mage Tower, first off, you get 3 things. Artifact challenges are number 1. The Council of 6 provide access to a series of unique challenges, allowing worthy heroes to test their might and skill. This is essentially like the green fire scenario for warlocks back in Mists of Pandaria. It is individual to your spec, and if you are able to complete it, you are given a new artifact appearance. These are supposedly very difficult, and it will be very challenging to do even with good gear once the patch launches. I will, of course, make a video on this as soon as I'm able to. Even if I fail, I'll probably just make the video, record the gameplay, and see what happens. I will likely fail because I'm pretty bad, but we'll see what happens. The next thing you get is Veiled Wormtongue chests. So this pretty much just gives you like a bunch of treasures that spawn all around the Broken Shore here that allow you to loot, and it gives you various stuff. And a portal network. So the portal network gives you portals that can use to pretty much go to any zone you want. So this could be a great place to set your Hearthstone now. I don't know where you'd set your Hearthstone before. I have mine personally in whatever the fuck, this place right here. Right here. So we'll see what the best place is. So yeah, anyways, you got the Portal Network Zone. So you also gain 30% increased Armies of Legionfall reputation while you have this building active. So the Command Center gives you Cathedral World Quests, gives you additional world quests to complete inside the new dungeon, Cathedral of something Night, whatever it's called. Cathedral of Eternal Night, it says right there. So that's pretty cool. Legionfall Reinforcements. This one is the one that gets you. This is the one that gives you like a type of bodyguard type thing that when you're out fighting stuff, it'll swoop down and deal a ton of damage. It's very useful, especially if you're under geared. Things just kind of pop out like little allies you have and deal a bunch of damage to mobs every once in a while. It's like a little proc. It's very useful. You also get a challenge mission that you can send your followers and champions on a mission table type thing. They give you way better rewards. And currently these were tuned for 900 item level on your follower. You also get 10% primary stats while in less challenging areas of the Broken Shore when this building is active. So, the Nether Disruptor. This one gives you world bosses on the Broken Shore. There are 4 world bosses that spawn on the Broken Shore, and I believe they give 890 plus loot. So you can always watch out for these whenever this building is up. You get unstable nether portals. These give you a bunch of different nether portals that appear across the Broken Shore. You activate them, you summon like, I think it's like a 5-man group boss, and they give you some really nice loot and stuff like that. You also get the Armor Crafter Commendations. Now these are little commendations that you can purchase or earn while this building is active that allow you to craft legendary items. And the perk as well for having this is allows you to interact with objects while mounted. I believe that's only on the Broken Shore, but that's still pretty cool. So you can, essentially just like using the Sky Golem, you can pick up stuff. You might even be able to loot corpses while mounted, who knows. This is pretty cool. So the other thing is there are those legendary items, new legendary items, crafted. Now, there's crafted items for each different thing. The male one is Haste Mastery Gloves with 3 sockets. Each time you kill an enemy, you gain 5% movement speed for 1 minute, stacking up to 5 times. At 5 stacks, while you're out of combat, you turn into a spirit owl, increasing your movement speed further and granting you the ability to fly. And I believe the same is also for leather wearers. Yep, it is a Crit Mastery boot with 3 sockets that grants the same effect. Now let's go check out the cloth. Let's check out the plate one. So click that one first. You get a Haste Mastery belt with 3 sockets. Equip: when an enemy is within 8 yards of you, you heal for 2% of your maximum health every 3 seconds. When no enemies are within 8 yards of you, your movement speed is increased by 15%. It is also important to note that all of the legendaries are now equipable at level 101. So these legendaries are BOE and they are crafted. So you can sell them on the auction house, you can make them for yourself, you can use them on alts while leveling. Requires level 101. It's really cool. And the cloth one. Shoulders, Crit Haste, 3 sockets. Equip: when an enemy is within 12 yards of you, you conceal yourself in the shadows, reducing damage taken by 5% and increasing movement speed by 10%. When no enemies are within 12 yards of you, you heal for 1% of your maximum health every 1 second. So just some cool little legendaries. There's also some other minor legendary changes. However, I'm not going to go into all of those right now. So that is the most of it for this this patch and content. There is a lot to do. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention the Nether Shards. You can use Nether Shards at this vendor to get a bunch of different things. There's like some toys, there's some other things. And you can buy these tokens, which essentially create an item for you. I'm not sure what item level they are. They're like, I think they're between 860 and 870. So these are great for alts or whatever your piece you need. There's also the bigger guy here that gives even better tokens. I'm not sure what item level these are either, but they cost way more Nether Shards, 5,000 as compared to 400. So, like 12 times more resources that you need for it. But they do the same thing. However, these can also create legendaries. So if you're after, if your class is looking for, if you're elemental and you want the legendary belt, then you can save up Nether Shards and keep buying belts over and over because it has a chance to become a legendary. So it's a way of a targeted legendary system. However, it is not guaranteed. I don't know what the drop rate is. No idea on that. So the other thing you want to do in this patch is unlock flying. Pretty much to unlock flying, I talked about it in the other video. If you already have completed Pathfinder Part 1, all you need to do is complete a Legion Assault in the 4 zones. You need to explore the Broken Shore, and you need to earn Revered with the Armies of Legionfall faction, which you can do by completing World Quests. There is also a new Class Order Hall campaign, your next part of the campaign that are specific to different classes, and it's about an 11-week campaign, and I heard that you unlock the new class mount upon completion of that campaign, which again is 11 weeks, so that'll be about 2 months until you earn your class mount. However, you should be able to earn flying within 2 or 3 weeks of this patch going live. So the class mounts, sorry to say, will take a couple months to get to at the minimum. Just do your campaign every week. So I believe that is about it. Oh, there is also a new Battle Pet Dungeon. I have not done this. I'm not really into Battle Pets, but you'll get this quest from, I believe, somewhere here on the Broken Shore, and what you do is you're able to go to Wailing Caverns, all the way in the Barrens. Northern Barrens, I think? Yep, Wailing Caverns. You talk to a person here, and it's literally a dungeon for pet battling. You'll go through and battle a bunch of different pets and, get some bosses, stuff like that. So that'll be pretty cool. There's also a bunch of different things scattered throughout that I haven't mentioned in this video. I just kind of want to talk about the main things that you should look for and do. So I hope you guys are excited about this patch. I'm super excited. Again, this patch comes out this Tuesday, March 28th. So, and Wednesday, March 29th if you're in EU. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you some a good idea on what you should be doing once the patch hits. Again, the main thing you should be doing first off is start your artifact knowledge immediately once you log on. Start working towards the level 50 artifact knowledge. And you also want to then start your broken shore and get all that stuff started. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in patch 7.2. Yay!